Welcome to lesson 97 of Algebraic Concepts, Linear Functions, Standard and Slope-Intercept Form. Here's our objective. Here's our vocabulary. No rules and notes for this lesson. So let's get right into it. And please pause the video to read over the vocabulary and objective. Okay, so let's take our first example. On the Fahrenheit scale, temperature can go far below zero, but 0 Kelvin or absolute zero is the least possible temperature of matter. The two scales are related by the equation, so let's write our equation out. F minus 9/5 K equals negative 459. What is absolute zero in Fahrenheit and Kelvin? So for Fahrenheit, we put 0 in for Kelvin. So this is like finding the intercepts. So absolute zero on the Fahrenheit scale is negative 459 degrees. Okay, so now for Kelvin, we put on 0 for Fahrenheit because we need to solve for K. And so negative 9/5 equals negative 459. So now multiply by negative 5/9 on both sides. Negative 5/9, and K will equal 10.2 Kelvin. You usually don't say degrees Kelvin. Absolute zero is supposed to be 0, so I guess we have a little bit of factor that's off by 0 Kelvin. What 0 Kelvin means, you don't say degrees when you're using Kelvin, is matter stops moving and something is absolutely frozen solid. Kelvin is used to measure very, very high temperatures. Usually stars are measured in Kelvin, and not much else. Most everything else is measured in Celsius or Fahrenheit. But 0 Kelvin should come out to 0. So our 459 must be off by 10. So I would assume that absolute zero on a Fahrenheit scale should be 449 and not 459. So moving on to the next one. Okay, example 2. Graph 4x plus y using its slope and y-intercept. So there's two ways to solve this problem, and I'm going to show you both ways. So the first way in red, if you find the intercepts, 4 times 0 is 0, so you just have 2y equals 8, divide by 2, and then y will equal 4. So your first point, 0, 4. And then in red, so this is finding the y-intercept. Let's find the x-intercept. (4x plus 2 times 0 equals 8). 4x equals 8, divide by 4, and then x equals 2. So the point 2, 0 will be right here, and your line will go like that. So now let's show you what they mean by using the slope-intercept. So what do they mean? So basically, you take 4x plus 2y equals 8, and you solve for y. So you had to subtract 4x from both sides. So 2y equals negative 4x plus 8. Then divide by 2 everywhere. Then y will be negative 2x plus 4. And so now, if you take the point 0, 4 as a point, and then your slope is negative 2 over 1, you will go 1, 2 down and over 1, and it should go through there. 1, 2 down and over 1, and it should go through there. And so you can see both methods are the same. So I found it by using the slope by the intercepts in the boxes, and inside the red circle, I found it by using the slope-intercept form, which is an easy way to plot points. Okay, example 3. Write an equation of a line in slope-intercept form. That means y equals mx plus b. And standard form, given the slope 3 and the y-intercept of 10. So if we have y equals 3x minus 10, because 3 is our slope and negative 10 is our intercept, there we go. Now to move this around, I will have to subtract 3x from both sides. Now let me do this in another color so you know what I'm doing. So let's put this in green. So here's our slope-intercept form. So if I take y equals 3x minus 10, and I subtract 3x from both sides, I get negative 3x plus y equals negative 10. And now this is what we call standard form of line, where your x and y are on the left and your constant, or your c, is on the right. So those were our 3 examples. Please try to do the practice problems that are coming up next, and I will see you at the end of the video for a review. Okay, write an equation of a line in slope-intercept and standard form. So let's first find the y-intercept. Our y-intercept is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Now let's find the slope of the line. We can only calculate the line where it goes through the corner of a box. And unfortunately, next time it goes through the corner of a box is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is our change in y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is our change in x. The slope of a line is your change in y divided by your change in x. This line is going down from left to right, so we have -4/5. So now to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form, we need y, we need our slope, which is -4/5 x. The slope, or the rate of change, always multiplies the x, and then you add your intercept. So now, let's change this to standard form. All you have to do is take y equals -4/5 x plus 4, add 4/5 x to both sides, add 4/5 x to both sides. You got 4/5x plus y equals 4. And now we are in standard form, and this, the top end, is slope-intercept form. Just different ways of writing the same line. Okay, so convert the equation in the slope-intercept form and graph. So this is what we have. We have 1/3 x minus 2y equals -3. So what are we going to do? We're going to subtract 1/3 x from both sides. So we have -2y equals -1/3 x minus 3. Divide both sides by -2. So y equals 1/6 x plus 3/2. And if you forget why this works out, please go to my videos on multiplication of fractions. There are my numbers in operation, and they're in the low 1,000s, somewhere around 1,000, I don't know, 15 or 20 or something like that. So please go check those out. Okay, so let's graph this. So 3/2 is our intercept, and that's 1.5. And so what the slope tells us is that we go up 1 and over 6. So go up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. All right. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. I still did it again. 5. That little break caught me. Okay, so for every 6 we go over, we go up 1, or every 1 we go up, we go over 6. So your line is going to go through the 6th dot. It's going to look something like that. So the slope and the intercept. We can plot any line from its slope and its intercept. Okay, so next one. Given slope of 3/2, so m equals 3/2, and a y-intercept of -3, the b equals -3, y equals mx plus b, y equals 3/2 x minus 3. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, convert this into standard form. So what you're going to do is subtract 3/2 x from both sides. -3/2 x plus y equals -3. Some books will tell you that this is okay. A lot of books will tell you that you must have integers for a, b, and c. So let me just do that. I think I have to go back and look and see if I told you that this video had to have integers. So in order to get rid of fractions, you multiply the whole equation by whatever's in the bottom. So if I multiply everything by 2, I will get negative 3x plus 2y equals negative 6. And that gets rid of our fractions and cleans it up and makes everything integers. So make sure you read the directions for how standard form is supposed to look. In some books, it is integers. Some books is real numbers for A, B, and C. So be careful with that. Make sure you notice that on your standardized tests, because I would hate to see you get those wrong. And I just showed you how to change a fraction into a whole number. You just multiply by the denominator. All terms won't have the same denominator, so then you're going to have to find a common factor and then multiply by that. So just keep an eye out. I will try to make a video of what I just explained in the future. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like what you saw, and I hope to see you on the next video.